The air is thick with wet stuff.
Bloody thick.
He knows things that you need to know.
Bloody thick.
The rival tribe still has 2 outposts left. It's up to you to change that.
You know one thing.
The only thing keeping the tree alive is the work you put into it. Says he knows things. Wishes you good.
Loma Tuaha.
There's no time to waste.
Loma Tuaha.
There's news of a... Let's see. That's a ganote. Easy prey for Lupa-Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed. Getting dark soon. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. It's the chug yard. Need a key. Locked. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. They can carry you anywhere you like. Well, anywhere that they go to, and then you can leg it from there. You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bonker Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. You're on the ropes. You can do this. Blackness covers the world like a blanket. Let's see. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. It carries so much hate, and its insatiable hunger has only increased over the years since it claimed revenge on your parents. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo encourages that. You should forgive, but never forget. It'll provide some comfort to your soul and keep the memory of lost loved ones in your heart.
Fan that flame! Wait! No! Bright light blinds! It's dangerous.
I've got all the cold sick burns you need, Dark.
Oh, do you have to insult me over this?
I don't have to, but I want to.
Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seemed so centered and so seeking. But that's not it. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. That's what he decided to call it after he saw it for the first time. It's big and fluffy. That's accurate enough. If you can see past the blue color, that is. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. The stars never give enough light. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. We all share the same destiny: destruction or survival. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. Such a dark night. Keep hold of that. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun, and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. He made a suction device so the Mekton can use the black tar as an instant refuel. You can also use it to clear oily goo puddles, so you can pass and access hard-to-get-to areas. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the jumbo puff. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse.
Hab-yab, dobado.
Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find Scripps.
Hoi, why, love dark.
Gizmo thinks he's a little peculiar, but very knowledgeable. He has the ins and outs of all monster and creature whereabouts. Mekton is even mightier. Goodbye to another night. This Mekton knows how to move. Looks like you do, too. The Grease Monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. When a story comes to you, pay attention. Low-tech, but it works.
Botse. Immo. Diava.
Let's see.
Eversinnet.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be.
Intapadam waksuva.
Says a monster hunter hears many things on the wind.
Wakshandonanenya.
Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes.
Untlump.
Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make. You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care.
Segaya lama yaba.
It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you know they'll miss.
Ja.
Claims he mostly kills whoever he doesn't like.
Khalifav Cairo.
Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot.
Amanka.
Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead.
Bustarim yadafa.
Says you should give up on working with the stubborn myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights and they keep putting up new ones.
Bustarim yadafa.
Says they keep the monsters away. He needs them closer, not farther.
Amanka.
But enough of that, right?
Winshilak bug.
He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed.
Winshilak bug.
He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output.
Woksa u intapadam kale.
Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short.
Theodor.
Says as big as they are, the world is bigger. To find where they are, you need to see where they've been. Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter.
Sem.
Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big.
Wakshandonia inan machamale.
There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes.
Wakshandonia inan machamale.
Thinks you have bigger issues than your so-called haunting skills if you're going to nitpick on his grammar.
Tudu baba.
Moog says you...
Ishku.
Moog says you should go hunt for squips in the cave he gave you directions to. birds can't breathe to sing. Wait, it's the Scrip hole-up. Place is just filled with critters. Oh, smell that? Biohazard nearby. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. Worrying to have tons of rock and soil above you. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. You're a mighty hunter. You need to line up the switches so they match. bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Double the grip for twice the damage. Don't pass out. You sound a little wheezy. Nothing beats your own 2 feet. He says that's enough scrips to sustain the Mekton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. Well done. It's not his cleanest invention so far, but it gets the job done. Use it to suck up gooey oil puddles in the Mekton's way so you can pass. Gizmo's made vehicles before to confront the Jumbo Puff himself, but failed. But this time, it's different. The Mekton will be strong enough to do the job. It's time to put a stop to the World Eater now, otherwise he fears the damage it's caused to the tree already will be too much to handle. There's time to improve the Mekton before you confront the Puff. There are more wreck boxes out in the dead zone with gear you should be able to equip the Mekton with on your own. He's sure you remember enough of what he taught you about upcycling to fit some skronky gear to the Mekton on your own. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Thinks Greenfinger is so amazing. Hard to find that cave of his, but it's worth it. Says the Pichu tribe is known for its style. Says you'll see each other later. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Says goodbye to you. It's flat out black out there. Imagine that. You could just go to a place like this to get a proper meal back in the old world. One and half his health. Watch it. Keep your breath shallow as a puddle. You're absolutely drained. Chop, chop! Shop, shop. That's one just over there. Go for it. You're in pain. Carving it up. Shop, shop. That's one just over there. Go for it. Blasting everything to bits. Getting jacked. Nothing like a good length of razor-sharp steel. Shop, shop. That's one just over there. Go for it. Sharp. Middle-lifed. So many places to be today. Don't let the dark time take you. jumbo puff with an appetite ain't no fuzz. Better put an end to it before it ends our world. Uh-oh. The jumbo puff is kicking it up a notch. It's time for an electric performance.